We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Purdy setting up that play action. Nabs along that sideline. Samuel. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Pretty throwing here on first. They bring the pressure, and down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. It's a pickup of 4 yards, and that leaves him with 3rd and 14.
You know, Kate, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
3rd and long, Purdy. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. It's tipped away. It's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
It's a punt coming from the Niners on 4th down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. And the drive will start out with 1st and 10.
Ready. Moving hot.
Stafford to the air to start us off. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Set. Ready, hot.
Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford. He'll get this one to Watkins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Ready.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
And middle. What hot.
Now a give left side to Pacheco. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37.
Go, come on, man. Pick it up.
Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
All right, here we go. White 7.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. It's Pacheco on 3rd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
He goes, set! 10, 10! 11, 11! What are you hot?
Stafford gonna go on 4th. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Those are hurry up offense here. Running back sent in motion. Trying again, following the set. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Ready! Ready!
From the gun is Purdy. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Check go!
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Flush down out to his left. Target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They kick the running back in motion. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness and test any kind of shot plays down the field.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Couple of zeros on the board right now.
Ready, set!
We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got a 4th and maybe a yard. We'll see what they do. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
And this one does not go far.
Oh, here!
Working quickly
53!
here.
Ready! Monday, Monday, Monday! Sit on!
From the 45 on 2nd down. He's trying to push the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Golden Eagles get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Cardi with the extra point. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
On the set.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's got time here. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. So that brings up 2nd down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Into the hands of Kittle. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Purdy on 1st down. Throwing deep down the left side. Big game downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Ready.
The throw again. It's Purdy. He's got it. He has the San Francisco touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
21. Set. Alert. 50-50. Liberty hot.
Stafford from the gun. Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep down the middle. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Houston. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they have prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
That one splits the uprights. And the Golden Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Following a touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Let's go. Set go.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kobe Durant has it. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Offense up to the line fast.
0. Liberty hot.
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Renardo Green with that tackle.
Hey, Kay, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Throwing is Stafford on third. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing now on first down, Stafford. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Tarvarius Ward picks it off. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, kid. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he's able to take this up to the 15 before being taken down. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute warning. The 49ers pushing for points. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Ready!
Here's Purdy to throw. Getting out to his left. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4.
Here we go, here we go! Dragon 60! Huh.
We're going for this. That's cut beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
Now Purdy. That's completed right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. His running back hauls it in deep right.
On the ball, on the ball.
49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Top low, 18. 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Ready?
1st down from the red zone. This throw is caught. Touchdown, San Francisco. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers tie things up at 14. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins.
Hurry! '53, ready? Big 20. Hey, 70!
Now a timeout called just as the play clock was down to 2. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins.
Set.
They send a man in motion.
White 7. 32. Hey, 5-0.
On first down, here's Stafford. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
On first and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Ready?
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They stick with McCaffrey. And he gets in. Touchdown. The 49ers take the lead just before halftime. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock Martin, a touchback. This kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. One last play before the break.
Omaha, ready, blue. Alert.
A final throw before the break. Has it downfield working the left. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. What are you hot?
Drive begins. Run by Pacheco. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go.
21. We go set.
Right back to Pacheco. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Javon Hargrave.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Tonight.
It's Pacheco again. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Omaha, ready, move. Zebra. 59. Ready, hot.
Here's 2nd and 14. Lays out left side and gets it. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Set. Ready, hot.
A first down carry for Pacheco. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Offense in the hurry up here. Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. Has some space inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run Pacheco. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Middle, let's go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Alert!
This time it's a passing play. And in for the Houston touchdown. Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Golden Eagles tie this game at 21. After the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set.
Motioning Jennings left. First down throw by Purdy. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down
Let's
call.
go now.
From the gun is Purdy. Escapes out to the... Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, so they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic to convert on this 3rd and long.
huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Into the hands of Samuel, complete. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 26 on second down. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Cougar 19! Check go!
To throw again, it's Purdy. Intercepted, but oh, wait. Officials say that he wasn't in bounds. The offense can let out a little sigh of relief. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
On third down, Purdy. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They're out and set. First and 10.
Ready!
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And the defense is
All right, boys, here we go.
over this one for a big loss.
22! Stay 50, stay 50. What are you hot?
Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Defense with an
22.
excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down.
Set! Sit on!
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense stayed up there on fourth.
Ready! Loopity hot!
Stafford gonna go on fourth. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Big gain downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside gets the job done.
It's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Set. Double right. Double right. Ready, hot.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. He's got it near the 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Working quickly here. He'll try to run with Pacheco. And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, Houston. The Golden Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Golden Eagles take a 4-point lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And he'll get it up over the 38-yard line before going down.
70 Timberwolves.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. Along the sideline, past midfield. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Go.
Back to throw. And he got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Now, fast,
49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready.
He'll look to throw it. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Try and push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. A lot of grass ahead. Into the red zone. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Go! Check go!
After the pick, Purdy back to the air. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Washington. reception of the season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, he is killing his team.
Trying for the deep ball. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be second down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
22.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. For big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The
40
placement,
got.
excellent.
40 got.
He helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
And the man is there to knock that away.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Pass is caught at the 9. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play.
22.
Just like that.
Set.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. The Golden Eagles have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
After they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Has this at the 6. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
On the jump.
Offense to the line for second down.
Set. Cut 19. Cut 19. Pioneer! 60 Bobcat! 60...
Another try following the sack. Escapes the pocket. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On the move, headed right. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0.